Avoidants, we have the Ursula wound. You know, like in The Little Mermaid, when Ursula takes Ariel's voice. Have I just spoiled The Little Mermaid for anybody? I mean, you should have seen the movie by now. But just like Ariel, we were born with a voice. We have feelings and likes and dislikes and boundaries, and we used it. But somewhere along the way, we had a caregiver who told us not to use it, and they kept telling us not to use it, especially in moments of vulnerability, stating likes and dislikes, asking for help, advocating for yourself, and trying to set boundaries. And it is crazy, scary how much, as they say, the body keeps the score, and we have carried these deep, deep wounds about using our voice into adulthood. So if you're an avoidant person and you're really struggling with this, I want to share 3 mental shifts that I find are really working for me in the past few years and making me a more confident, assertive person who is hiding less. And welcome everyone. My name is Wanda. Welcome to Confessions of an Avoidant. I like to clear up misconceptions and misunderstandings about avoidance. I also like to have conversations in general where we humanize people's differences. Sometimes when people are different from us and we just don't understand for the life of us why they do certain things that we wouldn't do, there can be this rush to judge them, vilify them, smear them. And I hope with this channel that we can be better than that. And if you're better than that, I'm sure you're not afraid of self-awareness. I bet you like to embrace the honest, awkward details about yourself. And that sounds like you should check out my website, Avoidant Confessions, for validating self-acceptance goodies for people who embrace their identity. We just launched positive ZODIAC candles and shirts and some cheeky, sassy ZODIAC candles in the spirit of Cancer season. Maybe gift yourself a scented or unscented validating candle that celebrates your positive traits. Maybe gift one of these Cancer goodies to a Cancer in your life. There's a discount code in the description, so be sure to check that out. Okay, so let's get into these mental shifts. The first one is to embrace getting in trouble, because you may not realize it. You might have a fear of getting in trouble by communicating something that you're worried about how the other person is going to receive it. I've struggled with this so much due to growing up with a very authoritarian parent. So this real or imagined fear of getting in trouble could look like losing a friend, having awkward interactions with someone in a social group, a family member, a coworker. And this all stems from childhood, especially if you had a caregiver who punished you for communicating. This carries into adulthood, and your nervous system is still operating with this fear of the consequences for everyday communication. And this can be an imagined fear of getting in trouble or an actual fear of getting in trouble where you anticipate the kind of person that you want to communicate something to will not take it well. You might worry about them acting antagonistic towards you, or maybe that person has a pattern in the past of being extremely immature and childish and holding a grudge. But it's really helped me to just embrace, in certain situations, I might get in trouble. And because a lot of times if you are dealing with a very controlling type of person, or a person who acts like they're better than you or needs to dominate you, so much of their comfort and their dynamic with you is the fact that you are passive or you don't really speak up. That's why it's really important to get in that habit. And if you lose someone as a result, it's worth it to lose that person. You'll be better off for it. And you'll feel so much better. And a really powerful thing that you can always remember when you're dealing with maybe a more difficult person is if you lose that person for having a simple, healthy conversation or stating a realistic boundary, you never had them in the first place. Next is to stop doing the avoidant thing of avoiding and initiate, which can be so hard, right? So whether that's with a friend or something at work, a social group, organizing family for whatever reason, dealing with family emergencies or family communication, we can really struggle with initiating conversations or making plans. Maybe you've met someone new and you're really excited about them, but you struggle to initiate making plans with that person or meeting up with them again because you're so scared of them rejecting you, or it freaked you out that they are slow to return your texts, and maybe that's getting in your head. Initiating just doesn't come easy to us, does it? But it's still such a good practice to get in the practice of initiating, even when you are feeling like, oh, I don't think that maybe this will go well. I think I'll get rejected. I still think it's worth like getting in that practice anyway, because it's just good to get better at being proactive in wanting to bring things in your life that you feel like are missing from your life. Something I think I've gotten better at this year, where I felt like I was really forced into it. I found myself having to step up this year and initiate in group settings to organize things. And I think because I'm avoidant, I was feeling burnt out very quickly, very easily, but I was in certain situations where I knew if I didn't step up in this moment, nothing would get done. Things wouldn't be coordinated. So I did it because it was really, really important to me. I've tapped into a part of myself that I didn't know I could potentially do, which is like initiate and be a coordinator in a group setting. So if you're an avoidant person watching this and you really struggle to initiate coordinating things or initiate conversations or initiating reaching out to someone or following up with things, I promise you, the more you do it, the easier it will get, the better you will feel. The last thing is to anticipate the vulnerability hangover. Oh, and by the way, if you are liking this video right now, can you please click the like button? That helps this channel so much, helps push my videos out to new viewers. It just also makes my day, and it makes you a really good person, and like you're probably gonna get good karma or something. So like and subscribe, please. Okay, so this is a term that I believe was coined by Brene Brown. That's what Google is saying. I'm gonna trust Google here. But this means after you put yourself out there, after you initiate conversation or coordinating things in a group or at work or with family or wherever it's intimidating you, you'll feel uncomfortable. Maybe you'll be ruminating about how you phrased certain things, how you said certain things, how you came across, what the other people are thinking. You'll maybe feel that shame of feeling like a bad person because you communicated something and you have such a deep rooted association of communication with something you have to fear, something that makes you get in trouble or puts you in danger. So you might, as a person, and I struggle with this, feel bad. That is all part of that vulnerability hangover. And if you can just anticipate before the communication, then you can understand it is normal to feel that way. You're getting the hang of doing something more that you're not used to doing. And so it will feel weird. A lot of those deep subconscious associations with communication, those negative associations will kick up for you after you communicate or after you put yourself out there as a person who initiates. And so you will have those negative feelings in you. You'll want to retreat again. Don't retreat. Okay, just get used to that feeling. Get used to it. It will keep coming. And you know what? It's a great feeling. That is actually a great feeling because it is your body's way of telling you you're doing something that you resist doing because you don't want to feel this feeling. But that's why you should be doing it, to get used to this feeling, to get over it. It's kind of like going to the doctor's office. Maybe you have to get like a mammogram or an ultrasound of something and you're like freaking out. But then afterwards you feel better. Like, you know, you did the right thing. You know, you did like the healthy thing. So when you feel that feeling of the vulnerability hangover, you are actually on the right track. So again, if you liked this video, if you appreciated it, I would really appreciate it if you give this video a like, if you subscribe to the channel. That helps me so much. You're going to go to heaven if you do those things, I promise. And I will see you guys in the next video.